All right, guys, with all the C8 mid-engine Corvette coming out and a 4GT with the mid-engine, I got to thinking, what would Dodge do if they made a mid-engine car? All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to that channel, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of big things to talk about today. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this video up is actually because my buddy Stang Mode made a video about a mid-engine Corvette, which was actually a rendering to the Ford GT. And I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good video. It looks pretty sick. I don't know if it's a real rendering or fake or someone photoshopped in a video. I have no idea. Well, I actually text messaged him after the video, and I showed him this picture here, and I said, well, this is what Dodge would do if they made a mid-engine car. And it's a picture of a Demon with a mid-engine doing a complete wheel stand. It looks pretty cool and stuff like that. He laughed. And, you know, so that's how that came about, me finding that picture. And, you know, I thought, just been thinking, with everything going on in the world right now with the freaking coronavirus, me being out of work and, you know, just trying to make videos for you guys, you know what I figured, let me talk about this mid-engine car, if it's actually a rendering, if it's actually a real car that they made. From a couple of the photos, the wheel stand, it looks like it's a real car. I don't know if it's the engine's actually in the rear from these pictures here. It's really hard to tell because in this picture it looks like the engine is literally from the front, and then they just, like, you know, photoshopped it to the rear, considering where the air filter sits and stuff like that. So I think it's all just a Photoshop rendering, which is pretty cool. It's, you know, whoever did it did a very good job. I'm gonna throw up the website and in the link in the description of the website where I found this all at. And, you know, I just wanted to talk about it because the C8 came out. And the C8's a pretty badass car. I actually saw one at ACO, and, you know what I mean, he raced my buddy Stang Mode. He made a video about that against his 2020 GT500. I was looking at the mid-engine, the big 6.2 liter, you know, in a mid-engine cars. It's amazing because usually they put them like 4.8 liters and smaller V8s in there and stuff like that. But no, Chevy put the big I think it's a 6.2. It's what their old one was, 6.2 liter V8 in a mid-engine car. Car flies. It's a very fast car, very cool car. Now, what if Dodge or, you know, Chrysler, Mopar, whatever, wanted to do a real mid-engine car, not no, you know, full-on Dodge Demon with a motor just in the rear? I mean, that would be pretty cool too, but I don't think that's I don't think that's gonna happen either. But what if they did a mid-engine like supercar like Chevy? That'd be, you know what I mean? Don't know if they'd actually do that. Who knows? I mean, you know, Ford, you know, made the Ford GT. They could come out the Viper with a mid-engine. That would be pretty sick. But do I think this picture is real? The picture of I mean, I don't know. It's possible to be real, but I don't think so. I think it's all just rendered and photoshopped and stuff like that. And it just got my mind thinking, what if? You know what I mean? What if Dodge made a Demon? And I said, like, you know, the reason why Dodge would make a mid-engine car like that is because that still looks like a damn muscle car. It is. It's a Dodge Demon, Challenger, Hellcat rendering, with just the engine in the rear. No changing of anything. It's not a supercar looking nothing. It's just basically an old school muscle car with the engine in the rear. Basically what Mopar and Dodge, I would keep saying Mopar and Dodge. It's basically what Mopar does. We keep muscle cars. You know what I mean? They made the first purpose-built drag car. Well, not the very first, but they built a purpose-built drag car twice out of the Challenger, with the Dodge Demon coming out first, and then they made, you know, basically a more affordable one, NA, out of the Scat Pack 1320. And so, you know, that's what I got to say about that, guys. So that's pretty cool. And if you guys are new to the channel, you know, we also have new merch available, guys. We have new merch available. I call it my Flexing Ram t-shirts. Mine will be here this week, so please pick yours up. Help support the channel. Help support a man out of work, especially in these needs. If you guys are out of work too, don't even worry about it. But you know, help support the channel. Help support the channel, guys. But I want to talk about now. I just want to get going and talk about what's going on with my truck. Now, the rear is going in. Steve said I dropped the rear off to Steve last Sunday, the Sunday that just passed, and I dropped it off to him. I dropped all the parts off. I got the new axle assembly. You guys saw that. So he's going to be doing that. He's going to be building that wherever. He's going to surprise me with something else with it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it's anything different. color. I'm gonna say it's color wise. He asked what color, so I said, yeah, let's do it like this. I'll show you guys that when we do that. Hopefully he gets to that. If he doesn't, that's all right, but I really hope he does because he did ask. So Steve, if you're watching this, get to that color. And we also have new shocks coming, guys. My shocks are shot. I had the Rancho RS whatever for the 2014 Ram 9-way adjustable shocks. And the last, like, I said 10, they were going every single time I jumped in the car. I could feel it, clunk, clunk. And then eventually, I heard it on the other side, clunk, clunk, and it was definitely the shocks. And the last couple of times, as soon as I moved, you can hear the shocks clunk. Coming out of a driveway, you could feel them clunk. At first, it was just clunking of failing. Now it's actually clunking of I'm sorry, first time you hear it was just clunking of sound. Now you can feel it. Shocks are shot. The shocks were not made for drag racing. I got them because they were made for basically for four-wheel drive, and I wanted a fully adjustable shock in the rear. Not made for drag racing. We got new shocks coming. Stay tuned. The shocks I got are QA1. I thought about getting the Viking double adjustables, but in the rear you don't need double adjustables from what I'm hearing. They're better. Double adjustables are better for the front. The rear, you just, single is you don't need it. Is it better? I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it's not as recommended, but I did get QA1 single adjustables for the rear. The front, I'm going to stay with what they are right now because we are very limited being a four-wheel drive truck and front adjustable struts. We can't have shocks. We have struts up front. And the only adjustables I can really find are height-wise, like 0 to 2 inches, stuff like that. Not compression and rebound and stuff like that, how soft they complex. It's very hard to find shocks that do struts that do that in a four-wheel drive truck. Rancho does make them, but after my last set of Ranchos, I don't know if I want to get them again. So probably not. We'll see how things go. I wish I could find them. If you guys know anyone that has them, possibly some coilovers, something for the front that's adjustable or really drag ready or something like that, let me know. But that's what's going on with that. We got big things coming to this channel right now. And right now we're just waiting for, I'm at home, being laid off and waiting for parts and waiting for, Steve's doing the rear. So possibly, he said week and a half. So he's thinking this weekend though, but if it takes a little longer, it's okay. It's not going to be, it's going to suck because I want to get the truck up and running. I want to drive it, man. I got to get braking mileage on the new ring and pinion, so you need to do like a couple hundred, I think it's like 400 or 500 braking mileage on the new ring and pinion. So I got to get that in there. And, just with everything going on, it's hard to get out and do anything, and it sucks because I know a lot of guys are out of work like me, and we just want to, I just want everything to go back to normal, get back to racing, get back to making good content, dial this truck in and get back to where this truck was, and get back in the 11s. Well, not back in the 11s. I want to get to the 11s. You know what I mean? We're running low 1220s or mid 1220s. And, we just got a new cam, new heads. Now we're going to get a new rear. We're going to get new suspension. So we should definitely get into the friggin' 11s pretty easily. And then we got some more mods coming and stuff like that with the new mat. We're going to get a new manifold and eventually get some skinnies and stuff, possibly, 15-inch conversion. We're going to do a lot to the truck, man. The truck ain't done. We're got a lot to go. We have all year to do it, all year for racing, and then when fall comes, when fall comes, we'll get, if we have all the parts that we need, if fall comes, we can get, get some really good fast times in, because that's when the good weather comes. Because right now, it's just like, we're still got decent weather here, but I know you guys down in Texas and stuff like that, your weather's gone, basically, from what I'm hearing. You're going to be hitting 90 degrees next month, so you ain't going to be getting that negative 1,000 DA. We may have some, maybe not negative 1,000. We may. It's New Jersey. It snows in April here, so it's happened. So we don't know what's going to happen, guys. I just want to get back to racing, get the truck back up and running. Right now, the rear is gone. Do not buy a Yukon rear. If you guys want to ask questions, do not buy the Yukon ZF rear for these trucks. They are straight trash. I broke the spider gears in them things so easily, it's a joke. I mean, some guys maybe with less power could possibly be good for you, but I don't recommend it. So that's what I got to say about that. I don't recommend getting it. If you guys want to do a really solid rear and not do a whole true track conversion, Mopar LSD. Definitely Mopar LSD. And for what I'm hearing from a lot of guys that like to have good solid power, Auburn LSD is also a very good rear, and they make that in the ZF, and obviously the Mopar's a ZF. But the best, strongest rear you're going to have for you know, without doing like a 4.9-inch or something crazy like that, is going to be the True Track. The True Track is basically, as of right now, bulletproof. It's indestructible. No spider gears. It's all the helical gear set. That's what we're throwing in the Ram. So, all right, yeah, guys. So please let me know what you think about the rendering, or, you know, if that's even real. Look into it for me if you can, and let me know if that's a real thing. If they actually made that and took that to the drag strip, and you know what I mean. Keep in touch, and we're gonna see what happens, and I'll keep an update on what's going on with the rear. I'll do an install video of how to do the True Track. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.